At this point, the wiring harness has been installed and we're ready to install the headlights. It's basically going to be a reversal of the headlight removal and the bumper removal. With a couple small things a little bit different, and I'll make sure to point them out along the way. Alright, before you install the headlights, you have to put this bumper bracket back on underneath the headlights. It's flush here by the turn signal. Okay, so in this case we have a quad setup. So start by connecting the power and ground for each individual projector. And then for the high beam, which is the solenoid, goes connected to the high beam plug, which is the blue one. The turn signal goes in, and that will be more or less it for most people. In this instance, we also have a set of angel eyes that are being installed, and I am simply just connecting the power and ground to the inverter. This is popped in place and push this top part in. Lock everything in place with the 10mm bolt. Lastly, the third is a 10mm bolt that goes on the bottom, is to secure the bumper bracket to the chassis. Alright, so before you put the bumper on it, it makes a lot of sense to check and make sure that everything is working in case you have to take the headlight off and redo the wiring, or maybe you forgot to plug something in. If everything looks a-okay, it's time to put the bumper back on. Alright, once the bumper is held in place, I like to start with the bolts. The sequence really doesn't matter, in my opinion. But I like to work from the top and then work my way down. Push in the two push clips. And then put the screws by the fender bumper. And the last thing you need to do is to push in the remaining 12 push clips. Alright, the last thing that we need to discuss is the alignment of the beam pattern, which is a very important factor in a proper retrofit. The 9th Gen Civic actually only has one adjustment screw, which you may see the like this. You can see the teeth here. It's a 10mm socket, or you can use a Phillips screwdriver. If you go clockwise with a Phillips screwdriver from the top, you are going to lower the beam pattern, and if you go counterclockwise, you will lift it. Okay, a proper alignment is as follows. If you look at the beam pattern, it looks like an inverted Z line. You have the bottom left part, and then you have the upper right part. To properly align the projectors, you want the bottom left Z lines on the driver's side and the passenger side to be perfectly overlapped at all times, 50 feet, 75 feet. Okay, so it might be difficult to point out, but the passenger side left Z line is coming down right here, and it's perfectly overlapped with the bottom left Z line on the driver's side.